Hi, this is Dean Cardinal from Worldwide Trekking, and today I'm going to talk about the different routes on Mount Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro has 7 different routes up the mountain, so there's a wide variety of different climbs that people can do. The oldest and what was once the most popular route on Kilimanjaro is the Marangu route. The Marangu route has the gentlest elevation gain. Some people attempt to climb that route in 5 days. Although when they do that, there is a very low success rate because they're slowly climbing up at a low gradient, and then they get to the steeper and the upper elevations and they typically fail. One thing that the Marangu route that most of the other routes don't have is a series of huts. So you're not allowed to camp on the Marangu route. You have to stay in the different huts along the way. That makes it so camps don't need to have tents, and there's a lot less supplies to bring on the mountain, but also you have to stay in a hut with a number of other people. So the Marangu route, the tourist route, the Coca-Cola route is not my favorite route to climb on Mount Kilimanjaro. The next route on Mount Kilimanjaro is the Rungai route. The Rungai route comes from the Kenya side, the northeast side of the mountain. It's pretty desolate out there. It's a quiet route, which is kind of nice. It's gentle in its ascent, and it joins up with the Marangu route at the Kibo hut, and then you ascend to the top of the crater rim and on to Uhuru Peak from there. The next route is the Umbwe route, directly from the south. It's the shorter route. It's a very steep route. It's not climbed super often. It is one of those routes that is climbed oftentimes by more aggressive type climbers that are going from the Umbwe route up the Western Breach route to the top. So the steeper, more technical route on the high part of Kilimanjaro. Leading on from there, we have the Shira route. The Shira route comes all the way from the west and joins on to the Lemosho route, and then it comes across the front of Kilimanjaro. From there, there's a couple junctions. Some people do what's called the Northern Circuit. Northern Circuit goes all the way around the back of Kilimanjaro on the north side. There's not as many people that use this route, so it's a very quiet route, but it does take a longer time. They're looking at 9 or 10 days on the mountain to climb the Northern Circuit around. The next route, one of my favorite routes on the mountain, is the Machame route. The Machame route goes through the rainforest, into the heat zone, and up to the moorland zone. It's very scenic, it's a beautiful route, but it's also a very successful route because you end up going up and over Lava Tower, and then you're going to descend down to the Barranco camp. You're going to lose a couple thousand feet of elevation, and then you'll camp at a lower altitude for the next 2 nights. That's going to give your body the chance to acclimatize and really get some recovery time before you go for the summit. Lastly, there's the Lemosho route. We climbed the Lemosho route as well, and I end up climbing the Lemosho route a little later in the summer, oftentimes July and into August, when the Machame route and some of the other standard routes are getting more traffic. So Lemosho route's a little more quiet, and after the second day we join the Machame route, but we offset those camps. So where the people on the Machame route are camping for the night, we have lunch. Where the people on the Machame route are having lunch, we camp for the night. The more experience you have on Kilimanjaro, you know how to avoid the crowds and the traffic that can be there, which just leads to a better experience for people, a more enjoyable experience for people. So those are the 7 routes on Mount Kilimanjaro. Machame route, Lemosho route being Worldwide Trekking's routes of choice for Mount Kilimanjaro. I hope you enjoy these videos. I hope you're learning a little bit more about Kilimanjaro. You can learn more by visiting our travel blog on our website at www.trek.com or watching the rest of this Kilimanjaro series. Thanks for watching.